Hey everybody, it's been a while. I haven't done videos in 3 months I think was my last video. Anyways, Entertainment Hacker put out a video today about Trump and his Walk of Fame star being taken out and all that other stuff. Mark Hamill calling for Carrie Fisher to replace him on the Walk of Fame. It's a story I've been following for a while and thinking about doing a video about it, but then when Hacker put out his, I'm like, well, now's a good time to do it. I love Hacker, so this isn't to take away from his video at all. So it's just to add my opinions on the whole thing. Mark Hamill, he's an idiot. He's a liberal idiot. I know people are going to be, oh my God, you called Mark Hamill a liberal idiot. Well, that's what he is. I love Star Wars. I love Luke. I just, now I look at it totally different. Now if I go to watch the original Star Wars, knowing how Mark Hamill is, it kind of ruins the character for me because how he's acting in a very selfish, biased way with no facts, with just pure emotion like the libs do, nothing to back up substantial anything he says. Makes no sense at all. And yeah, he's got Trump derangement syndrome is what he's got. He can't go without tweeting about Trump at least 3 to 4 times or more a week, trying to bash Trump. Oh, he's such a bad person, and he's this and he's that, and his star needs to be replaced by Carrie Fisher's and all this other stuff. Well, Mark's just an idiot. He sits there in California in his house behind his nice little big fence and spews all this crap. He uses his platform because he is Luke, so everybody loves Luke, so everybody's gonna cherish his opinion. Everybody's just gonna step right to it and yeah, Mark's right, Mark's right. No, not everybody. There are a lot of people, and see, that's what I don't get about people. People will not think for themselves. They will rely on these news, fake news, and they rely on their celebrities. And if it's a celebrity that, they cherish, that celebrity can do no wrong. Well, that's bullshit. He's a great actor. He did a great job in Star Wars. I was pissed off that he didn't have the balls enough when he read that script, and when he decided to do the new movies, he's like, I ain't doing, Luke ain't gonna be portrayed like that. Bullshit. I ain't doing it. He didn't have the balls to do that. Instead, we got a piece of crap Luke. And, Star Wars, Disney has killed Star Wars for me. I don't watch nothing. I'm done with Star Wars. And Mark has pretty much killed the old Star Wars for me because I can't watch it the same way because he's out running his mouth being an idiot. Okay, for one thing, about the Walk of Fame stars, the individual who stars it is, they got to pay 50 grand just to get their stars after they get approved. Okay, and it's for their accomplishments. It's supposed to be for their accomplishments they did. For like in Trump's case, it was for the Miss America pageant and his work he's done with The Apprentice and stuff like that. That's why he got it. And everybody, Hollywood loved Trump before he decided to run for president. Then all of a sudden, switch flipped, and they're all against him. Isn't that kind of weird? They loved him before, and now they don't like him because he's not a liberal. Even though if you're totally being honest, Trump isn't total conservative either. He's kind of like a moderate if you think about it. He's a nationalist. He believes that America should come first, and we should prosper. And look what our economy is doing right now. It's prospering. I mean, and my TSP, which is thrift savings plan, which is a government version of putting into a 401k, last year I've gained over 20 grand in that. The economy is booming. I paid less taxes and got to keep more of my money throughout the year. I got less back at the end of the year because I paid less, but I still got some back. But and the jobs are just, people are finding work and people are prospering. It's not perfect yet, but the economy is the best it's been in years and years and years. But back to Mark. So he makes that statement, and there's never been a removal of any star from the Walk of Fame to date. And it's supposed to be for their accomplishments, their artistic accomplishments. So now we're getting into character, judging somebody's character. You're trying to judge somebody's character. So basically, if you're going to take Trump's star away, or try to, and it was on unanimous decision, and even though they voted unanimously, it's still doubtful that it will happen. But even if it does, then they're opening up a whole nother can of worms, because you got people like Errol Flynn and countless numbers of actors, actresses, entertainers, artists that are on there. That you have people that were brought up on murder charges. You have rapists. You have Errol Flynn, for instance. He had a thing, pedophile, for young girls. So are you gonna rip up all their stars also? Because you're gonna have to. It's gonna be a character debate now. The other thing is, he doesn't do his research. Mark Hamill just spews out all this crap, and that's what it is, crap. And he doesn't do his research. For one thing, they can't put Carrie Fisher to replace Trump. A person has to be dead 5 years before a family member can put in, or you can be nominated to go on the Walk of Fame. So it hasn't been 5 years. So that automatically, she can't just jump right in and boom, there she is. Okay. And then $50,000 has got to be paid. But here's the thing that's really weird. So, and I tweeted Mark back on this. Of course, Mark's not going to respond to me. Why would he? Right? He's this big celeb. He only responds to people that kiss his ass, and that's all Mark does. If you're lucky, you kiss his ass, you suck his dick, and he's going to respond to your tweet. That's the type of person he is. He won't respond to anything negative about him because, he's not going to engage in anything that he knows he's making stupid ass remarks about. So you got President Trump, who doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs. As far as that go, that's a pretty good role model. Questionable with women, right? Everybody's like, man's got billions of dollars. Hefner had millions of dollars. Hefner had all these women. I mean, it's part of, you can look at all the other, Kennedy, all these other presidents that had their affairs and had all their stuff and whatever. But, okay. Now, let's look at Carrie Fisher. We all love, there's no other Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia. Did a great job and all that. But does she deserve to be on the Walk of Fame? I mean, if you're going to scrutinize Trump artistically for her work she's done, if you just base it on the work, okay. But if you're going to base it on their character, like they're trying to do with Trump, there ain't no way in hell. How are you going to put her star on there? She killed herself, basically. People don't realize that. She killed herself. Didn't maybe she wasn't trying to kill herself, but she killed herself. Why? Because she was a drug addict. When they did her autopsy, she had cocaine, opioids, and ecstasy in her system. She died of a heart attack. So you're going to put her star in place of Trump's? So, oh, yeah, hey, let's take our kids to the Walk of Fame. Oh, look at Carrie Fisher. Kids, if you take cocaine, heroin, opioids, ecstasy, you could be right here with Carrie Fisher. She made it. A good example. Good role model. Good one, Mark. Yeah. See, that's the whole problem. Is you all sit there and you promote your own, even though, and you go after, because you're liberal, you go after somebody that you don't like, and you're being a bigot. Basically, is what you're doing. You're being a bigot. That's all Mark is. He's got Trump derangement syndrome, and he's a bigot. Because if he wasn't, okay, think about it. He lives in California. What's going on in California? Oh, we got people living in tents, feces all over the place. You got a wreck in California, right? And if he gave two rats' asses, why isn't he out there tweeting? Who California's run by Democrats, liberals. It's all run by liberals, his people. Why isn't he out there tweeting, holding them accountable for what's going on? Why are these people living on the streets? Why are these people not being taken care of? Why isn't he holding the people in charge that are running the cities there in California? Why isn't he holding them to task? Because they're liberals. That's the whole thing. That's why he's a bigot. He's an idiot. If you really cared about people, then it shouldn't matter whether if people aren't doing their jobs, it shouldn't matter whether they're liberal, conservative, or whatever. If they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing and taking care of people, then they should be held accountable. But Mark don't care because that's his liberal buddies. He's not going to hold them accountable. He's not going to say one bad thing about any liberal. That's why Mark Hamill's an idiot. And he keeps on tweeting out about how bad Trump is. Trump's not a lot for me. I get more of my money. They talk about VA healthcare. It's gotten better under Trump. I use the VA system. The economy's a lot better. In fact, the whole time Obama was president, we never got a pay raise. I worked for the Department of Defense. We never got pay raises. They got pay freeze under Obama. We get pay raises with Trump. Finally. So, Mark sits there and uses a celebrity platform like all his other little liberal celebrities, thinking that people will listen. We don't have to listen to you, Mark. Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you're smart. Doesn't mean you're smart politically. Doesn't mean you know what's best for me or anybody else. So sit there behind your little fence of your house, of your mansion, swim in your pool with your dogs and your grandkids. And you're entitled to make your opinions. But realize this. People like me who love Star Wars and really liked your acting in it, a lot of us are done with you. You're still going to have the people kissing your ass and sucking your dick because they just don't know no better and they don't care. That's what's wrong with this country. People just don't care. The celebrities, they put them on a little pedestal and no. They put on their freaking pants just like me and you and they're nothing special. Maybe they make stuff and entertain us, but even in Hollywood now, there's no entertaining. Anyways, peace. I'm out of here.